did 5 reps more than you did last year.
Yeah.
The 500-pound Soren's Monster Bell. Tell us a little bit about how you went about doing that and what your training's been like.
Well, first of all, I came up with a medley that I have a 3-inch bar, a 2.5-inch bar, and an Ironman 2-inch bar. And what I would do is I'll put as much weight as I could on the 3-inch, much weight as I could on the 2.5, then the 2-inch. I'll go through one time.
For people at home, how much weight would that be?
All right, for the 3-inch, I'll go about 340. The 2.5-inch around 415, 420, and then the 2.5. I mean, then the Ironman 2-inch bar, I'll go 500. So I go through once, then I take about an 8-minute break, and I go through again until I do 5 sets of 3. And it's very brutal, but I knew that if I could build up my grip enough to be able to handle the later reps, I knew the first 4 or 5 was going to be easy. It's what you can do after that. And I didn't know what my competition was going to be like, so you never know that extra rep may count. So I knew how to prepare better this year too, knowing what to go into from last year. So that helped out a whole lot too. The same with the anvil. I knew that the turn was going to be the hardest thing. So I took a lot of effort in working on my turns, keeping the anvil inward towards the cone, because I knew once I get past that cone, I could get 20, 30 more feet, and it showed today that it worked. So I came up with a lot of techniques, working on my steps, all that. So I just really did a lot of study. I studied my film from last year. Last year when I did the double overhand, my grip was too wide. So when I went back on YouTube and I watched my film over and over again, I said, you know, I gotta bring my grip in more, take my time in between reps instead of trying to rush it. That way you get a good quality rep and you don't do any wasted energy.
You had no missed reps.
Yeah, so all that type of stuff, just studying film, practicing, working with Richard Soren helped me come up with ideas, techniques to get ready. So all in all, I think it helped pretty good.
Awesome, awesome. Now, Tex, you've had quite a nice contest yourself. You got second in the anvil carry.
Yeah.
How far did you go in the anvil carry?
I want to say it was like 28 feet.
28 feet. That's really, really far. I mean, that's world class. That's probably the top 1 or 2 poles in the world.
Yeah.
Now, as far as your axle, your Soren's Monster deadlift, tell us about that and how it felt today.
Well, today it started off a little tricky and a little, I guess, off kilter. I don't know what it was. It just had to set my hands right. Once I finally got them set, I settled in and just started cranking out some reps. Did one better than I did last year, which is a PR for me, and I felt really good about it. Going into the contest, I was a little bit nervous, but after the anvil, I kind of settled in and feel really good about it. And you know, anything can happen. It's two more days. I mean, still another day left. 2 more events.
Absolutely, you've done a spectacular job so far. Tex, tell us a little bit. You're 6'7", about 365, somewhere in there. Yeah. You squatted with over 1,000 pounds. You've deadlifted over 800. Tell us a little bit about your training for this contest coming into this. What have you been doing to get prepared for this contest that obviously you're ready to roll for?
Oh yeah, well, one of the things that I've been doing is training with a rack that had like a 3-inch handle on it, and pretty much it's a side handled lift, but going up to about 600 pounds and doing some holds with it, then supersetting with that with a 400-pound hold on a 2-inch axle.
Okay.
So I mean, mine was not as methodical as Rich's, but at the same token, it was some brains involved in putting it together.
Sure, you just kind of went on a different way of training, but I'm very interested because it did differ a lot from what Rich was doing. So that's really cool that you guys had 2 different strategies. Now, as far as the inch dumbbell carry, as far as the anvil carry, the events we still have to go, how were you training for those? If you can't give away too many secrets.
Pretty much just training with a dumbbell with a 2-inch handle on it, and basically walking as far as I can with it. It wasn't necessarily as heavy as the 172, but max distance and just getting a feel for the actual dumbbell within itself.
Right. That sounds great, Tex. I really appreciate you talking with us, and good luck with the rest of the competition.
Thank you.